But you know, mayonnaise can make a sandwich go from being dry, you know, to a sandwich that has some moisture in it.
Well, whenever I want moisture in my sandwich, I just put a little bit of water on the bread. And then I put it in a pan, and it actually gets crispy. And the water evaporates.
It gets crispy with the water?
You put just a little bit of water. And if you have like some stale bread, instead of like coating it in eggs and frying it for French toast, you can just put water. It steams, but then it gets crispy. But it retains some moisture. And it's great then for whatever you want to
That sounds like
cook.
it's just going to be soggy.
No, it's crispy.
And
it's
not
delicious.
with any flavor. Water has no flavor. Where do you
Exactly, because then you can enjoy whatever you're eating on the bread.
No, but
avocados.
I mean, the thing. Okay, so it's interesting you bring this up. This is about cooking the bread in a pan. Like, I like to make my grilled cheese sandwiches, and I learned this from my aunt. And what she did was, you put mayonnaise on the outside of a grilled cheese sandwich and on the inside of a grilled cheese sandwich. And you can also add mustard on the inside of a grilled cheese sandwich and tomato, okay? And what you do, though, is you, instead of using butter to toast the bread in the pan, you use mayonnaise. And it creates a really crisp outer layer and then this really soft inner layer of the grilled cheese. Mayonnaise is the best food for that kind of thing.
Well, I think water as an essential element to the human body.
Well, I can drink a glass of water with my grilled cheese sandwich, but I don't want to put my bread in water. I don't believe, I'm sorry, I'm not calling you a liar. Okay? I'm just saying that I don't buy the fact that you can put your bread in water and then put it in a pan and it's going to be crispy. That is not my experience.
I've never tried putting mayonnaise on, but I feel like it would just stick.
What do you have against mayonnaise?
One time, I lived with this woman and she told me I needed to put mayonnaise in my hair.
That's disgusting.
And it was the only way I was going to get rid of this condition. So I did it finally after months of trying everything else. Water, oil.
You put mayonnaise in your hair?
Mayonnaise.
But it's a food.
Yeah. And it smelled so bad, I was gagging.
I can't even imagine.
And that's how, every time I walk into a subway, I feel the same.
I see. So that was your first experience with mayonnaise.
Maybe not the first. I mean, I was already...
When you were a child, you never ate mayonnaise?
I mean, probably unknowingly on a sandwich.
Did you ever go to Subway?
I have in the past.
Okay, they usually put mayonnaise.
Usually I just put mustard. With mustard, seeds, and water, vinegar.
So you don't like anything with oil, like with an oily base?
I like butter.
Yeah, but butter on a sandwich is only good if it's hot sandwich, like
a toast.
Yeah, you know, egg in the morning, but you don't want to put like butter on a ham sandwich or on a turkey sandwich or on a cheese sandwich necessarily. Then that feels too much.
Decadent.
Yeah, I don't know. The mayonnaise is the perfect, because it has some flavor of its own.
It's kind of like slimy.
It's a little...
And it has a little, it almost like fishy smell.
I think mayonnaise has been ruined for you.
Yeah.
By this experience. And I feel badly.
So for this next part, I would like you guys to both draw. Do you each have a pencil or a pen? If you could each draw your ideal sandwich, label the condiments, and then tell me when you are done. I would like you guys to, now that you have your sandwiches, if you could switch papers. And I would like you guys to explain what is going on in the picture and whether or not you would eat this sandwich. Label each one of the condiments, and then at the end decide whether or not you would eat it.
Write them down or just talk?
No, you can take some moments. You can take a moment to think about it and analyze, observe. Louise's face is just killing.
Well, this looks like a turkey.
Could you hold it up so we can
So
see
this,
as well?
this to me is a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wrap. some kind. It looks like there's Swiss cheese, turkey, salt and pepper.
Mm-hmm.
And it gets wrapped up and put in the toaster oven
Mm-hmm.
or in an oven of some sort. Which, you know, a little bland, but, you know, not a bad sandwich overall. I mean, I think, you know, it's a little plain for me. I like a little more on my sandwich, but seems like copious amounts of pepper. Lots of pepper, like all along here. Appears to be a whole layer of pepper, like as though you would take the bread and just cover it in pepper. Which I don't know how that would go for me. I'd probably cough a little bit with that sandwich. So I tend to get pepper stuck in my throat. But I do like salt. And I don't know if this is like a wrap that's like those spinachy wrap things, or if it's a pita or, you know, a tortilla or what. I'm not quite sure. All of those would be okay. This is a pita, like a wrap. It's called a wrap, right?
Well, I pointed this
Swiss cheese.
to this outside layer.
Oh, it's cheese on the outside. There's no bread whatsoever in this thing. It's strictly cheese and turkey. There is no bread whatsoever. No bread, cheese, turkey. That's a sandwich-like item. I wouldn't call it a sandwich. It's yeah.
Would you say that you would eat this sandwich?
I would eat it. I mean, I would eat it if I had to. You know, I mean, it's. One could argue that a sandwich is anything that has a couple of layers, you know, are combined. So I suppose in that sense.
What
But-
would you need to add to it for you
Bread.
to eat it? Bread.
And mayonnaise and mustard. Maybe a little lettuce or tomato, something like that. I
So
like.
this is actually mustard,
Oh, that's mustard.
and this is arugula.
Okay, arugula I could do. I could do arugula. Yeah, I could definitely do arugula. So the arugula is in the kind of, like in the center and the
Yeah,
stuff. So
and this is kimchi actually.
oh,
Mm.
well, no, yeah, no. I wouldn't do kimchi. Yeah. But I see what you're saying. It's sort of like the acid of the kimchi
Mm-hmm.
kind of like cuts the protein.
And get
It makes
this,
it interesting.
this is actually veganese.
Veganese. Gotcha. Okay, well that I could, I'm open-minded. It's not as good as, you know, Hellman's or Hanes, but it's, yeah, okay.
Hollyn, would you like to now analyze your sandwich?
Yes, so this is a very well drawn sandwich. It looks like there might be water on the top, but in fact it's coming from a jar, so I'm guessing it's mayonnaise. And it's like, she explained that that frying it in mayonnaise in the pan actually makes it crispier than water, crispier than butter. Just the best way to eat a sandwich. And this is cheese. This looks like salt. Maybe pepper?
Mustard.
Mustard. Yeah. Mustards come in a lot of different jars, as it turns out. And this is apple. And this is something I really don't agree with.
No, it's
Apple?
not, it's not an apple.
Apple butter?
No, it's tomato.
Tomato. Okay. Some people like to put fruits on their sandwich.
Not me.
Tomatoes are actually fruits.
They are.
I don't eat tomatoes and I'll put fruit on my sandwich. But, I mean, it looks tasty. It looks tasty. I still get a little bit of a gaggy feeling when I think about the mayonnaise. So, if it weren't for the mayonnaise or the bread or the fruit, if I was really hungry, I would take off the bread and I would make sure there was no crumbs. And maybe I would even like rinse it off in water.
I don't know if you could do that.
And then I might then put it back in the pan and get it a little crispy. But I'd clean the pan first to make sure there's no mayonnaise in there.
would you eat this sandwich?
I explained like what I would
Only
do
under
to
certain
be able
conditions
to
is
eat
what
it.
I
Okay,
heard in your notes.
I
okay.
can't eat bread.
Mm-hmm.
Can't eat bread. So that's a little tricky because what you would just have is like a glob of melted cheese.
Yeah, which sounds delicious.